Alright, today we're gonna play Paperboy, and I'm gonna count the number of fucked up things, because this game is notorious for having fucked up things that make no sense. I mean, for starters, why are the houses white and red? Do people actually paint their house when they stop subscribing to the newspaper? How come there's only houses on one side of the road? Why is Monday off-center? How come it counts when you put the... I can't even narrate this, it's so fucking ridiculous. I mean, forget the fact that in the last 5 seconds we saw gravestones in someone's yard, a man jerking himself off, a blue man in a tricycle scooter, this guy who's just holding onto a loop, that guy on the skateboard that just keeps wiggling, this RC car that just goes in squares, these little trees that you can shoot the heads off with a newspaper. Every single house in this neighborhood has like this little sign, like as if it's a doctor's office. And, I mean, the goal is to throw newspapers into a mailbox, which isn't even a legal thing. In the real world, you're not allowed to put anything in a mailbox other than postal mail. It's like federal law. So, and then, you can crash into, what is with the fucking tires coming out of the driveway? The cat that sounds like a dog, that could be either. The garbage cans that you can knock over, as opposed to the ones that you can't. As opposed to the trees that you can shoot the heads off, as opposed to the trees that you can't. And how come there's, these RC cars that, you can just shoot paper at and they'll just stop? It's just, fucked up. How come you can crash into the sewer? And why is, everyone else besides you on, a tricycle type of thing? It makes no sense. So, this is the training course at the end of each, I mean, first of all, you're a really, really lazy, or really stupid, really, what's the word? Useless Paperboy if you only cover, 2 blocks. What is that thing? What is that squiggle? It's just, a squiggle back and forth, and it's moving left and right. And who the fuck are these people, and why don't they have faces? Seriously. Where would that ever be that there's, a Paperboy training course, and then at the end there's, stadium seating? What would that be in real... okay, so, these people cancel their subscriptions, so whatever. I mean, are you really going to deliver the paper to people that live on one side of the block? Why would anyone ever live in that neighborhood? It's just so fucked up. So Tuesday, the fucking nature starts piling it on. I like how, even, the whole house turns red. Even the spokes on the lawnmower turn red. It's like the game just wants you to know that... I'm not even going to comment on the tornado, or the fact that you could take the top off of a concrete block with a newspaper. I'm not going to comment on any of those things, because if I stopped to comment on them, it would just be mayhem. The kind from the, Allstate commercial. Oh my god. I really don't know what that guy's doing. He's holding on to, some loop of fabric. So here's the Grim Reaper. You can throw a newspaper at him. I always thought it was an old lady, but whatever. When you throw the paper into the mailbox of the house that it's not supposed to go into, it doesn't make a sound. But when you throw it into the house that it is supposed to go into, a red monkey comes out with a knife trying to stab you. And it happens again from the red house. And then the tornado comes. That is the smallest tornado. It's as tall as the kid on the bike. And how come none of these people are concerned? I guess the guy that's coming out of the sewer is concerned, but I think he's just a pervert. And who keeps tossing these tires out of from the, who is doing this? And, I don't understand, why picking up recycled newspaper that's laying out on the street, yesterday's paper, is gonna, are you really delivering all these houses, paper that you're just picking up? Or are those, strategically placed by, the newspaper company for you to pick up? Like, it makes no sense that in 2 blocks distance, you have to pick up so many strategically dropped off bundles of paper. Like, this must be the most inefficient paperboy in the history of paperboys. Like, he can't even carry enough paper to go more than 2, like, even more than a block, even a block. It's like he only gets, like, 10 papers in a single bundle. And why can't the person that's just dropping the bundles off pick them up? And how come they're in people's yards? People's yards that don't even subscribe to the newspaper. Are you picking up their recycled papers from a different company and issuing them? Like, this makes no sense. So I guess we did a perfect delivery. How can you not when you only have 1 subscriber? So this guy up front here now has to get a paper. We better not miss it. Alright. The lawnmower's back to being white spokes. And like, whatever. I mean, the one cool thing about this game is you can pretty much throw papers at anything and they react. You can throw papers at the windows, the garbage can, not the fence. You can go for all of the windows, I think will break. Those tombstones will knock over, that concrete thing will chip off. The people and pretty much anything moving will just stop, except for the cars and those really fast scooters. Yeah, the Grim Reaper will stop if you throw a fucking piece of paper at it. I still don't understand those little signs in front of every house. Like, is that supposed to hold the address number or something? I don't know. It doesn't look like there's any number written on there to me. And how come, like, he can't even drive the bike? Like, why does the tornado just stop there? Like, is that the end of it? Is it on, like, a rope? And how come he can't even drive the bike over the gutter in the street? Like, he crashes if you hit the gutter. You know? It's just so fucking retarded. And, like, look at those little trees. Like, what are with those little trees? Like, if you look at people's gardens, they only have 2 things in their gardens. 3 things. The round bushes, the little tiny trees, and the things with the red shit on them. I don't even know what that is. Alright, so we're back to the training course. Like, this just seems like so haphazardly placed. Like, and look at what happens when you crash. You just turn into fuzz. That was an easy way to end the fucking level. You didn't have to put up with any of the stadium seating or anything. Alright, we got 1 more subscriber. Jesus Christ, we're on a roll. Come on. Thursday. Everyone loves Thursday. Let's see what happens here. I hate that. You're hitting the button because you're trying to make the game go faster. And you accidentally shoot papers out. Who keeps fucking tossing these tires at? Is it like a disgruntled Pep Boys employee? Look how many windows are on that house. And like even the front ones. Like what are with the front ones that are just square? They don't even have like a up-down thing. They're just like square windows. They're like a single pane of glass. And like that triangular window at the top of the house, I wonder if you could ever like shoot. You could never get high enough to shoot into that. That should be like in Paperboy 3. There should be like a tall bike. He should be able to ride a tall bike and shoot papers into the attic. And like you should be able to get off and just drive that lawnmower around and run the guy's face over. You know, you can crash into the guy's face and it'll, like, you can crash into anything in this game. You can crash into the guy, you can crash into the edge of, like, that fence, you can crash into the tree, you can crash into the guy, the tire, the tornado, the Grim Reaper, the RC car, you can crash into the gutter, the back of a car, any of this shit you can crash into, the tree, the sign, the concrete thing, one of these guys. Those guys won't stop if you shoot paper at them. And then in here, you can crash into anything. You can crash into that white fucking squiggly thing. Does anyone have any clue what that is? Could they possibly have designed a graphic? Wait till we see one again. Yeah, there it is. Like, could they not have picked a graphic that's, you know, they just didn't have time to just, like, draw like a thing moving, like a gate or something moving back and forth? Like, what is that? Does anyone know? Who are these people? And what is the name of that street that's in the middle? No one knows. There's no street signs. Oh god, we only have one subscriber. We better fucking not fuck up. Shit, it's Friday. That means everyone's gonna be out on the street freaking out like a fucking crazy, wacky neighborhood. Oh god. Surfer on a skateboard. 2 RC cars, a scooter man, and the tornado. And that's just in the subscribers' lawn. Dog, guy holding a loop of wire, another surfer on a skateboard, another guy holding a loop of wire, a tire, another surfer on a skateboard. There's another blue man on the scooter, another surfer on a skateboard, another tire, another blue man on a scooter, another guy with the loop of wire, and more recycled newspapers. And how come the recycled newspapers flash? Like, what is that? Is that like an extra feature? Or is it just like radioactive newspaper tie? Like, what is that? Like, is that twine? No one knows. How come the gorilla with the knife doesn't get run over by the cars or the tornado? No one seems really concerned about the tornado. I guess because it just stops right there. I like the expression on the guy when you hit him with the paper and he just stops. He's just like, what? Can't help you. And you're like, yeah, you can help me by not fucking gyrating in the middle of the street. Like, what are you, Tom Green? And then, like, this fucking thing here. Like, the shit'll follow you, but only so far. Like, it would be funny if those RC cars started following you. That'd be hilarious. Like, you might actually crash into the Grim Reaper if that were to happen. Alright, and I like how we have a time limit. We have a time limit in a game where the game makes you drive forward. You cannot stop in this game, by the way. You can brake, which makes it go slightly slower, but not really. And you can go slightly faster. But for all intents and purposes, the game is controlling the speed the level scrolls at. There's no reason for there to be a timer. You would never, ever run out of time in an obstacle course. It won't happen. There would never be... You could never take 21 more seconds left. Even if you were braking through the whole thing. It's impossible. It's just a timer there, just for fucking... to make it seem like an event. You know? It's not. Saturday. Yeah, that's what I think of you. I like how so much shit can just drive over it. Like that RC car can just drive right through the guy, but I can't. I can't even drive over the gate. Seriously. And what is with all this cross traffic? Why is everyone deciding to come out of their backyard at this moment in time? And what's going on the other side of the street? Is it just as bad there? I just fucking freak out every time I see that tornado. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And you know what? You know what sucks about this game? The shit just increases in intensity. You never see new shit. Like, all the shit you could possibly see, you've seen by Tuesday. There's no new shit to see. None of the level changes at all. It doesn't get, like, dark out or anything. It's just the same thing over and over again. There's just more of it. Which makes it look even less real. Jesus Christ. You just turn into a pile of fuzz when you crash. Look at this shit. Fucking drunk driver. There's the Grim Reaper gonna take his life. It's like that show, Dead Like Me. Okay, here comes the training course with the 45-second fucking timer. I'm just gonna keep fucking hitting this button. Woo! Woo! And, like, why would you ever need to jump over a wall in real life as a paperboy? Like, what is this training you for? Those are, like, archery fucking targets. Like, I don't understand. That's the worst training course I've ever seen in my life. Why would you be driving over, like, fucking triangles and bizarre ramp-looking Lego piece-type things? Jesus Christ, come on. Work with me, please. You got so much shit going on in your yard. How can I not get the paper knot in the hole? Think about it. It's clear. Alright, so it's the Sunday paper, which is the heaviest paper, but luckily we only have to carry one copy. Though I don't know why they furnished him with 10 copies. I guess to throw at the, cat, dog. So if that's it, I don't understand. Like, he only has that one house, so, like, where's he going now? Why does he have to go through the rest of the level? Why can't he just turn around and go home? Because I guess he has to go through the training course one more time. Wouldn't it be helpful if he went through the training course before actually playing the level? Before actually delivering papers? Like, how come he goes through the training course afterwards? It shouldn't be beforehand? This is the most ass-backwards game ever. I don't even want to know if... there's a Paperboy too. I don't even think I want to play it. I don't even think it's going to be any different. I don't even know how it could be different. Like, what do they show the other side of the street? Do they show what happened to the people for them to be buried in front of a house in a residential neighborhood where everyone's a doctor or a dentist or a chiropractor? Or, I don't even know, why else would you have, like, a little sign? Like, maybe you're an expert at installing remote starters or, like, car alarms or some shit, but I don't know why else you would need to have, like, a little sign like that in front of your house. I'm just gonna keep throwing these like they're fucking Cheerio cereal bonsai burgers. And watch, I'm not gonna get any extra bonus for hitting these. I mean, I get a score, but no one gives a shit about the score. There's no one-ups or anything in this game, so it's just a matter of fucking figuring out why some of these are red and some of these are blue. And what these things actually are, and, like, what are those things? Those tab things? Does anyone have any fucking clue? Look, I finished with 5 seconds left. Like, how did that even happen? Daily report, Sunday. Oh, a resubscriber, great. This is just teetering on my career here. But that's it, right? That's Sunday. That's the end of the game. There's nothing left. See, Paperboy retires in glory. Whatever. Fuck this shit. It's not worth it.